Hey guys, this is Ali here. I am back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be going over my new funded trader account that I just recently purchased. This is going to be their Royal Challenge, so it's going to be a $100,000 account. Profit goal for phase 1 is going to be 8,000, and then profit phase on 2 is going to be 5,000. So basically, the rules on phase 1 that I'm in now, which I just started today, day 1, the max loss is $10,000. So if my account goes down to 90,000, the account challenge is over and I fail. I can go $5,000 a day max on my daily losses on it. So that's kind of the criteria with them. So we'll kind of and what I want to do is I want to go ahead and update and try to make as many videos as I can during this process for you. Now, some days I'll be able to record live videos. Other days it might be just recaps because I'm still working a full-time job right now. And I'm just going to try to fit this in as much as I can to help out and kind of show you along as I go on my journey. So I've purchased from the funded trader before. And it wasn't great. It wasn't successful. I failed those challenges. So now I went back to the lab, been testing, getting things in order. And now I think I found a system that I can really compete with and pass the challenge. So let's kind of jump into it here. Now, the first trade of the day was on US 30. And let me start off by saying this, and I'm really pissed off because I messed up on my first trade, first 2 trades because of the lot size. So the lot size I was using was much lower, was at 0.10. So as you can see here from the account history, the first trade was let me move my here. Fourth trade was 0.10 on US 30 and 0.10 lot size on gold. So the issue was because of that, the trades was much less. So the broker who I was using to do my demo trading, the 0.10 was a very high lot size on those currency pairs. And on here with 8cap is their preferred broker through the funded trader, it's much higher. So your lot size needs to be at least around 1 or higher with them to equivalent to the 1% or 0.5% risk that I usually like to take per trade. So even though I won my 3 trades today, it was it was almost like I didn't even trade because the balance was so little. All right. So that was the issue. And today was very choppy. All right. It was a very choppy day since FOMC is tomorrow. So the markets really wasn't moving a lot. Okay. It was slow motion. So let me just kind of tell you about my system and how I trade. So basically what I use is support and resistance with trend line breaks is my strategy. So it has to be bouncing off a support or resistance zone and breaking a trend at the same time. So you can see these blue zones here, and also you'll see yellow or gold zones as well. The blue represents support, and then of course the gold represents resistance. Okay, so when price is bouncing off of those zones and breaking the trend, then that will execute a valid trade. Also, you'll see these black dots, which are just simply swing highs and swing lows, just to kind of let me know, where different highs and lows are within the process of the price action. And then lastly, you'll see these red and blue arrows, which is an indicator that I had developed, a trend line indicator that helps me know when these trends are broken. So you can kind of see it here. This light blue is a trend that's setting up. So if price comes down and breaks this trend, then I will get an arrow letting me know that price has been broken. Now, I don't follow every single arrow, okay, because otherwise I would be losing a lot of money. It's only going to be in certain situations when I see my setup occur. Today, it occurred 3 times. I start trading at 8:30 in the morning Central Time. That's the beginning of the market open. And I'll trade to usually up until close, maybe about up to 2 hours before close. I usually shut it down at that point. So if I see a setup, I trade it. So the first setup of the day was here. And on these zones, as soon as these blue and gold zones are broken, then they disappear from the chart. All right, but let me just show you how the first setup was here. All right, which was right here. This was my first setup. All right, this was breaking the zone. It was bouncing off of the zone, and at the same time, it broke my trend. Okay, so another thing why I trade this system manually is because sometimes the trend lines don't pop up every single zone. So you can see it didn't pop up here. I didn't get a red arrow on that, so I kind of do it manually. But the indicators helps me. Maybe if I'm away from the computer, it'll give an audio alert and pop up on my screen letting me know that a trade is setting up. So as you can see, this was the first setup of the day. Say we took that around 16:30, which is around 8:30 in the morning. Great trade, great trade. You know, you can see here we had up to, got in the trade there, would have ran it down. You're looking at over what, 7631 over 76 points on this move, ticks to the downside. And this technically would have been about $1,000 trade I would have made. All right. Going forward, at least a 700, 800, 900,000, somewhere within that range, is what I'm usually going for as my risk. So this was trade 1. Great setup. It just, unfortunately, we only made $33 of profit on that. All right. So that was very frustrating. After that, I didn't have a second setup occur on gold. I'm sorry, on US 30, but we did have 2 more trades on gold. So let me just show you those really quick. The first setup was a buy. Okay. Where did that occur at? I'm trying to think here. Oh, let me look. That was at 1733. Here we go. So this is the first zone. As you can see, it bounced off of the support, and at the same time it broke my trend. All right, and the way that I line up my trend line is from swing high to swing low here, and that's how I determine the swing. So you can see it broke up to the downside. Another good play that I missed. Well, I didn't miss, but it was only at 0.10 lot size, so I only made $21 on this trade. So valuable lesson going into day number 2. I'll make sure those are much higher. All right, so this was a great trade here that we took. The next trade was here. This was that just happened not too long ago. Let's see. And you can see it was another bounce. Broke the zone. This one I did have a little bit higher lot size at 1.5, which I think I really need to have this a higher on gold as well. So you can see I did 0.10 at first, then 1.50, but my trading style, I need this to be a little bit higher, which we'll look at going into tomorrow. But as you can see, it bounced off of support. It broke the trend. Now, one thing you do not see here is it was a zone set up. It was a zone set up here, okay, that was a resistance zone. So this was teeter-tottering back and forth in this zone. When price finally broke, the zone disappeared, okay, the resistance disappeared, and I brought my stop loss up to break even. And as you can see, price came back down and stopped me out. So I only made $22.50. So basically this was a break even trade, the last gold. So usually what I'll do is my take profit, I'm usually trying to get up to here, to the next zone, right? This would have been where I'm usually trying to get to. And at that time, I'm just trailing my trailing price action. So if it does come down and stop me out, at least I'll make profit on the trade. But usually that's what I'm usually going for. So right now we're only up $68.95 so far on the challenge, which is nothing. That's peanuts. Tomorrow, hopefully this will be much better, and then we'll come out and keep everybody updated on what's going to take place then. All right, so day one is completed. $68.95 in the books. And we'll see how tomorrow action is as we continue on this journey to get funded. Later.